All right, so welcome to Slightly Uncomfortable, the mini show.
This is where they beat the fuck up on me.
This is going to be great.
All right, so here's the premise, right?
God, we got a premise.
Is that Lloyd was not here during the time we're going to talk about.
That's true.
So I found a pond that I can fish.
Mm-hmm.
I love fishing in a farm pond. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I love to fish.
Great guy. Great guy that owns a place.
Right. I love to
Amazing
fish.
fella.
Right. So to me, there's a hierarchy of fishing. Right.
Of course there is.
All right. Obviously, ocean. We live in Kentucky.
Since when did you fucking fish in an ocean?
No. We live in Kentucky. We don't know about it.
We're not going to the ocean. No.
All right. And then you have river.
No,
Right.
yeah, river fishing. Yeah.
I don't like the river fish.
Because
River fish come up with like 4 eyes. I don't like the river fish.
unless you like
Sure.
plutonium in your fish,
Right.
you don't want to fish in
Right.
Ohio
Everybody
River.
dumps shit in the river, right?
Now, the Kentucky River's got some badass catfish in it.
As far as you know.
I've
And then
eaten
we
my
have
share.
creek fishing, right?
No,
Creek fishing's
where's
fine.
lake fishing at?
Hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. Calm down.
Lloyd, what we need you to do is just sit there right now.
Yeah.
Like you do all the time.
Cut his mic off.
All right, so
Well, turn your mic on when we're ready for you.
we have creek fishing, which is my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
I love to creek fish. And then we have lake. Lake is really an ambiguous thing because it's
Kind of a cross.
right,
Yeah.
because it's different than ocean, obviously.
Oh, yeah, that.
No salt,
Right. Yeah. For starters.
right? And it's different than river because there's
No current.
current, right? And it's different than creek.
No current.
What are you doing, Lloyd? Wait. No.
God, he's driving me to
Lloyd,
drink.
what are you doing? You're making noise.
I'm eating M&Ms.
All right, so Lloyd has the sugar.
You don't mind, do you?
No. All right, so let me preface this by saying that I sent Lloyd upstairs.
I love this man. for
Because
this.
welcome.
I am the one person in the bunker that does not have a bladder the size of a toddler. So both Lloyd and Root go upstairs to pee,
Yeah.
which I'm both thankful of. I am very thankful
Because
of.
we could have done it right here.
Right? So I tell Lloyd, I'm like, bring me some ancient age bourbon.
Ancient age. What's that?
No.
90 proof.
Right. About $15, $18 per fifth. So
9.
9.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Let's get this straight. You told Root to get that. I didn't have to listen to anything because you didn't tell me to do anything. And then he comes down without it, and I'm like, oh, which one you want me to get?
All right, now,
No, you never said no such shit.
no, what Root told me is he delegated to you.
Oh, that's right.
Because you're now the bourbon bitch.
And there's something to be said for the Jay Wayne reference.
All right, Root, go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
Tell the listeners, remind them of the Jane Wayne.
Jane Wayne?
I've had bourbon. I've had bourbon.
Okay, so
A lot of
God, that was what, 3-4 shows ago
I
now?
don't know. I don't know.
See his blood pressure already rising.
All I know was I wasn't here because that's right.
I had the sniffles.
I was coming down with
I was coming down with the cold.
I had Ebola and typhoid that weekend, and thank God I managed to survive.
I had a low-grade fever.
He's anti-vax.
And these two yahoos decided to do a show, and I can't even remember what the topic was at this point. It was a couple of weeks ago.
But it was TV.
Yeah, there you go.
And
They were talking about television.
But I had to stay in.
And because I had the typhoid and the Ebola. I was dying.
The Ebola.
The Ebola.
It's both the Ebola and the Ebola.
It was a
mix of the
combination of the both. I was squirting out all orifices.
It's
It was
formed into a single
terrible.
disease.
It was terrible. Just as my wife.
So
At the 5-star. She's
So-
waiting at the 5-star. patiently.
So now
we don't know if she exists.
Oh, she exists.
Oh, well,
Oh, son, she exists.
we need some proof of life. We need proof of life.
So somehow I've now kidnapped my own wife.
Bring us a cloth with a
Maybe
strand
a
of hair.
picture with
a
the
strand
date on it.
A strand
Okay,
of
we can
hair.
do that.
Yeah.
We can do
Yeah,
that.
hold up a newspaper.
All right. In fact, we'll insert it right about here. Okay. All right. So, at the end of that show, toward the end of that show, you guys were talking about the best television shows / movies, I think, that
We didn't say movies.
I thought that was in the.
Because that would be the Big Lebowski for me.
Oh, God.
that lost.
It's all going to be.
All right, so anyway.
Anyway, this gentleman, Lloyd here, for whatever reason, decided to call the king of American Westerns, John motherfucking Wayne, Jay Wayne.
Yeah, that was bad.
And
'Cause
it just rolled off his tongue.
I
It's
had-
like he always says
I
it.
had brought in John Wayne.
Right.
Right?
And because of,
Tip of the cap.
and the Sons of Katie Elder. That's what you were talking about.
That was the movie, yes.
Sons of Katie Elder.
Yep.
Big Jake.
Oh, yeah.
Rio Bravo. Rio Lobo.
The list is forever.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Jimmy Kahn,
Mhm.
Dean Martin, Gabby Hayes.
All
my
of
God! My God! My God! My God!
All of it.
And then Lloyd comes out with Jay Wayne.
What the fuck? We got gold chains and gold
His
teeth.
name is not fucking Jay.
Jay Wayne.
Right, right.
Really?
I could have said Lil J. Wayne.
And you wouldn't be sitting right where you is right about
Lord.
now.
Oh, Lordy.
All right, so Jay Wayne was a Republican like you.
Yes, yes.
But would he be today? That's a question.
Well, no. What he needs to know is he besmirched the name of the Republican, right?
Well, let's just cut to the chase. He was a great American.
He was a great American.
So,
He was,
absolutely.
so Lloyd here
Trampled
all
All
over the heart of the great American John
It's
Wayne.
like I stepped on the flag.
You did.
Worse.
Like you did a weenie rub.
That's
You know,
it. That's
all right,
it.
all right.
That's it.
So-
You just dropped trowel and just rubbed your junk all over the memory of John
I have
Wayne.
done a weenie rub before. If there's a shower curtain, I will do the weenie rub on the shower curtain.
That's something I didn't need to know.
I didn't know this was turned into a roast.
I thought I was the subject.
Yes. I thought
I'm quite
Root was
thrilled
supposed
with
to
how
be
this worked.
The focus of the funny stuff on this podcast. Not me.
That's what you get for leaving
All
my
right,
mic
so
on.
there was a fishing trip. Now, the great thing about this is both Lloyd and Root have been fishing with me, right?
Yes.
Right.
Many times.
Right. So I found a farm pond in the hierarchy of fishing: ocean, lake, creek, river, whatever.
And
right?
somehow we managed to put John Wayne in that.
I don't know what you did. there.
I don't know, but it
It
worked.
was not a good segue.
It was, but it worked out well.
Speaking of segues,
Do we need to talk about the Plaza Barbershop and Mike?
yeah, right. In
It's
the
nowhere
same
near a
park
pond.
like Frankfort, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because Root's beard
Oh, it's amazing. It
is
is.
looking better. Oh my goodness!
I'm a sexy motherfucker
Oh,
right
no,
about
no,
now.
I didn't say that.
I will.
Alex, he's not
He's
here.
not here. Damn.
We have a chair here with his picture in it by his microphone, but we don't know where he's at.
He
He's,
is gone, but we shall
It's just
miss
a
him.
picture of scarf and socks.
it's actually on a milk carton. We don't know where he's at.
We're keeping the milk carton warm with your picture. But anyway,
You can always sit beside me, baby.
so there was a fishing trip. All right. Lloyd and I have been fishing a bunch. Agree?
Yeah, over the years, many
Yeah,
years.
right. And oh my goodness, I invited Root to go fishing with me at the pond. I found a honey pot. I had went out with our buddy Mike. Root has not met our buddy Mike yet.
I need to do this.
Oh, he's a salt. Agreed, Lloyd?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
All right, so just for frame of reference, Mike had been to the pond the first time,
Okay.
and he caught an abundance of fish. Now, Mike cannot fish. Mike cannot fish. Mike cannot fish. Mike cannot fish.
Did Mike bring his own gear?
He used mine.
Okay.
So many times Mike has thrown my shit in whatever body of water we had and had to fish it out
And
while I'm fishing for other fish.
I almost did that.
And he cannot swim.
He can't. He cannot swim. He's a big man, so he just stands up. Stands up.
Hope he's taller than the water is deep.
That's his desire. I need to be taller than this.
I don't think you'd have a trouble at the depths of that
No.
pond.
6'6", 340. Mike.
Yeah, he's got a couple pounds on me.
Oh, a couple?
A few. Yeah.
So anyway, Root and I, we
Root
drive
and I.
out.
Root and I?
Root and I.
That sounds like a disease.
We've covered that. So Root and I go out to the pond, and there's 2 ponds. We don't go to the small pond. We go to the big pond.
Root
Go
drove.
big or go home.
And I told him, I'm like, dude, man, I have caught some of the biggest bluegills
Yeah.
in this pond that I've ever caught.
Never counted on the carp, though,
Oh,
did
my
you?
goodness. It's just awesome. I mean, every time we threw a line in, we brought one out.
Well,
And so Root said, I want to keep them. I want to get a mess. I want to get a mess fish. So we go out there, and we get a 5-gallon bucket from the owner. Salt Earth. Dude is amazing. He lets us come out and fish his pond. Great guy.
Love that
David,
guy.
thank you so much.
yes, David, thank you.
So he brings us a 5-gallon bucket so we can get a mess to fish in.
Jesus.
So Root has no poles. Let's just start right there.
He has no
Root
poles.
has no fishing poles.
I have no tackle, no
All right,
nothing.
So
Why
Root,
not?
No, wait. Root is a mountain boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a mountain boy, right?
Yeah.
He hit. And you know what? From the first time I met Root, I'm like, you know what? Good boy, good old boy, right? And I thought, you know what? That boy right there has fished. He has wet a line.
I have.
All right. So when I said, you want to go fishing? I thought, well, yeah. And I'm like, you want to use my tackle? Yeah. I'm like, oh, that seems weird. That a mountain boy
Ain't got no fishing gear.
want to use my gear. Okay, that's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
okay,
He's a mountain boy.
You've got plenty of gear to go
He
around.
is a mountain boy.
Sure.
So
Here it
we
comes.
load up our gear in
well,
his truck.
your gear in my truck.
Right. So at least he has a truck.
He's got a truck.
I got
okay.
a truck.
I don't have a truck.
To the
It's a
plus
small
side,
truck.
he's got a truck.
I have an
It's-
Altima. I have an Altima.
And I have kind of a truck.
Well, it almost got up a hill.
It's basically a VW wagon
It is.
with a
So
truck
we get
truck
out
there. Yeah.
David, God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. Did he die?
No. He'd probably die laughing if he saw me fishing.
Oh, he did. He did not laugh. Oh, he did not die. But we get down there. So we have fishing poles, tackle box, right?
Yeah.
And all right, so
you bring
Root
baits?
told me. No, Root told me. He goes, if I'm driving, you're buying the fucking bait. I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
It's gas money, right?
Yeah, sure.
He did not know I had bait from the last time I went fishing with Mike.
I'm not sure where he kept it because it was still alive.
It was almost alive.
Almost.
Mostly alive.
That's
yeah.
good bait. That's good bait. So
How many weeks ago since you went fishing before? Okay. Still there.
but that little mini fridge will keep that shit alive.
Sure.
I could feel the night crawlers, gripping my
So
fingers.
so when I
yeah.
looked at the bait, I'm like, are they mossy yet?
No,
They weren't.
no. It was good enough for me to think that some bitch just bought it.
So we load up the bait and the gear,
Yeah.
and we go out to the country, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's God's country. It's
It
so
is.
pretty. It's
It
so
is.
beautiful.
It's the rolling hills of north
And
central
honestly,
Kentucky.
the best part of this story is to get to go out there with a good friend,
Yep.
and we enveloped ourselves in being in the country.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yep.
No matter whether we caught one fish or 50, it was an amazing trip, right?
Whether James caught one fish or 50,
Anyway.
it was a good try.
Don't step on the story, bitch. So we go out there and we unload our shit. Now I'm a lazy fisherman,
Yeah, he is.
so I have a big chair that I always take with me.
He has 2 big chairs, I guess, in case he breaks one.
I gave you one.
You
because Root needs a chair.
Of course he does. He's just
I'm not going to give him a podium. I'm not going to give him a stick.
No.
I'm not going to give him something he can just sit on, right?
Right.
He didn't bring a
Lloyd,
stump.
you've been there.
Oh,
right?
yeah. You gotta have
I'm a generous fisherman.
He is. He didn't give me a stump. He didn't tell me to sit on the back of the tailgate.
I gave you Mikey's chair.
He gave me Mikey's chair.
Because
well worn, apparently.
It is pound certified.
Tested.
So anyway, I said, that's your chair, that's my chair, let's go. So I had...
now, understand, I've never used a chair ever when I'm fishing.
You didn't use it this time either.
Well, because I've never used one.
So we have... I have various fishing poles, as Lloyd would know, because he's been fishing with me.
Yes.
He's got about 35.
As I have let's just call it a deep water pole, right?
Okay.
I have a couple of those.
Big heavy duty.
Right. They have the big sinker, the big
line,
hook, right?
Yeah, it's about a 35-pound shot, I think you've got attached to the
and
line.
also a 20-pound test line.
Test line, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So I have that one. I have like 2 of those.
Yeah.
Then I brought 2 small tackle.
None of this he advised me of.
Oh, well, you should be able to look at it. All right, Lloyd
As
just
soon as I
looked at you.
picked it up,
No,
as soon as I picked it up, I knew I was fucked.
This story is very confusing already. I'm just going to say.
Lloyd looked at you like, really? Really? So anyway.
I'm just trying to save a little
So anyway,
face.
I have a big tackle, all right, for lack of a better term. Big tackle, small tackle, right? And I have a bait caster, which he doesn't get to use.
Right.
Because, anyway.
Because I'd whip your ass
No.
with a bait caster.
No.
Oh, I would whip your ass with a bait
fuck no.
caster.
Anyway, so we get out there, and then we have about, would you say, 7, 8 poles?
Easily.
All right, so we get out there, and I'm like, all right, all right, and I give it to Root that he is not aware of his surroundings.
True.
He's never been there before, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It takes a minute to get your bearings.
Sure.
So we grab all the poles. We grab my tackle box, my poles.
All his shit out of my truck.
Did you bring anything?
I brought the truck. I brought you to the pond.
Anyway, so we grab all the shit. We go down the hill, and then the owner of the place and his gator comes by.
Yep.
Saw the earth, right? Saw the earth. And he's going to just watch us.
Oh, probably the best comedy he had
Which
all week.
honestly, if I were going to be anyone in this dynamic,
It would have been him.
it would be him. So we unload everything.
Oh, Lord.
So I have the typical Walmart chair. All of my gear is Walmart. If you can't buy shit at Walmart, you can't fish it with me.
Honestly, if you spend more than $10-15 for a fishing rod, you're doing it wrong. Or you're getting paid to fish.
Well, you haven't spent shit on your fishing rods, just so you know. Anyway, so we go out there.
Do I get an opportunity later to tell last time I went fishing?
No.
Before you?
No, it seems boring. Anyway, we go out there. We go out there. And I'll lay all the, you take yours, I'll take mine. We all divvy up the stuff, and we walk down the hill.
I take yours.
It's a decent hill, right?
Yeah.
And we lay our stuff out. So I set my chair up, because I'm a lazy fisherman.
And he had been there before.
I have. And then I set my tackle box up, and I get my poles.
Which means setting his tackle box down.
All right, so I have a small tackle pole and a large tackle pole. I put my large tackle pole out on the bottom. I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
And then I put a prong up. All right, so it's done. And then I have my small tackle pole. So I just throw that out there.
Bang!
And I immediately catch a fish. And it's
Before the bait even hit the fucking water.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, that seems like a fish. It was not a keeper. It was not.
Yeah.
So I look at our buddy Dave, and I'm like, can you bring us a 5-gallon bucket? And he goes, sure, I'll go get you one. All right, so throw it out there again. Boom.
Bang!
All right, so we're using night crawler, red worms, and mealworms.
Okay.
That's our agreed?
Yep.
And I'm using red worms because they are not as nasty as night crawlers.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Honestly, anything you throw out there in this pond's going to get a hit.
it's going to get a hit. Yeah,
Right,
and
so-
I grew up fishing with night crawlers.
Oh,
so
it's cute.
I don't care.
Anyway, so
How nasty they
and I
are.
knew he liked narcoles. Gave it to him. So I was trying to help him out, right?
That's exactly what he was doing because he wanted to use the red worms
No,
because they're not as nasty because he's a pansy and didn't want to deal with the slime.
Oh, let's hear the end of the story.
That's really the bottom line.
All right,
It
Mount
has
Boyd.
no impact on the end of the story whatsoever.
All right,
I'm
Mount
just
Boyd,
saying.
let me finish.
Are you sure? Because I got more.
So anyway, throughout the third time, fished, fourth time.
And he
whatever.
keeps pulling fish out of the fucking water.
All right, so I look back, and Root
Oh no.
is to my right, and he's sweating. He has sweat through his shirt at this point.
Because it's 80 fucking degrees with 80% humidity, and
I
that's
have not
just
sweated yet.
good on you. Good on you.
Because I
But I
am
sweat
catching-
like a pig on a good day. It could be 35 degrees and I'm sweating.
It's true. It's true. So I'm like, "Are you going to get in the water, Root?" He's like, "All right, now let me tell you this. This is the best thing about the whole story.
I'm going to call him on any lies. I just want to know.
All right. Have you
want you-
stopped me yet? Not
A
one
couple
time.
of times.
All right, so this is the best part. All right, Lloyd.
Yes.
Lloyd taught me how to rig these deep water poles up, right?
Deep water poles.
You have a leader
Yeah.
on a big hook
Yeah.
with a big slip bobber.
Sliding sinker. on-
Right. So
Sinker or bobber? That's different.
sinker.
Sinker.
All right.
Sinker.
I don't know that you know the difference.
Yeah,
But,
I do.
So anyway, that's my big pole. So Root, all of my poles that I have are, is it open face?
Are you talking about the spin casters that have the? No, you're talking about it's a
No.
spinning.
It's a
reel.
spinner.
So an
spinning
open
reel.
face spin reel.
spinning reel. Yes, open face.
So all of mine are like that. Other than this one big river pole is what I'm going to call it.
Okay.
The big 20-pound beast of a pole.
What is it? Is it a
It's a spin cast.
spin
It's
cast?
a spin
Okay.
cast and yeah.
Like a
He-
Zemco-
So,
Zemco 808
He
or
really
something
had
like
it
that.
rigged up for Bottom River.
Yeah.
Yes, makes sense.
So you know that one.
Yes.
So I look back.
And it's the one I grabbed.
So he's like, I know how to work that one
I do
because he's a mountain boy.
because I hate the rest of them.
It ain't no stick on a line. So I look back there and he has got this big ass hook.
It
with
was a big ass
slip
hook.
sinker.
It was about 12 pounds worth
It
of lead.
was. You know the one I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I do.
And it was a bobber.
About the size of a dime.
Yeah, it's like that big.
But I could see it.
No,
I
wait,
could
wait,
see
wait,
it. It
wait.
floated.
But he throws it out there. The first throw is way too far. It needs to
Standing
be.
there on the other bank.
I'm like, bitch, really?
It was the first time I ever cast the son bitch. Come on.
Oh, that's a good cast right there. You did wonderful. And then I see the sinker pulling the little bitty bobber down about a third of an inch underneath the water.
But I could
And
see it.
I'm sorry, Root,
Pretty sure it's not the name he used.
did you put that bobber on right? Yep.
I never
So,
touched
by
it.
this point, I've already caught like 6 fish.
Oh,
Right.
6,
All right,
10, 12.
I'll pull him in
I
right
mean,
now.
as soon as he can wet a line, he's pulling fish in.
And by that time, David has brought us a 5-gallon bucket
Yeah.
down. I'm just tossing it in there. And there was a couple I missed. They just went back in the water. I didn't care.
He didn't
There'd be
care.
more.
You call him later.
There'd be more.
He's depopulating the pond.
So I look out there, and Root has got the bobber that is 3/4 of an inch below the surface. I'm like,
I can fucking see it.
and I was trying to be nice. I'm like,
God.
hey, Root, can you see the bobber?
I can fucking
Yeah,
see
I'm
the
good,
bobber.
I'm good. And I look over and he's like wiping his brow. And he's got like a tourniquet. He's got like a do-rag around his head. I'm like, you're a sweater, aren't you? I didn't think that. I thought that. I didn't say that.
Yeah, you should have said it.
So I watch him get a nibble, right? He put a whole fucking night crawler. Oh, you know why?
No.
No, because this hook
Was
is
this
huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
The first cast, I only put half. And then
you
I
threw it
figured,
off.
what the fuck?
And you threw it off.
No, it got robbed because of the damn sinker. I couldn't feel it because
Nobody ever gets robbed of a night crawler. All right? They link up.
Oh my God.
Anyway, he's
I'll
over
just
going-
shut up.
He's over here. I got robbed.
I did get robbed.
Did you? Have you seen this fish? I just caught it. And I'm like fishing fish.
I pulled the son of a bitch back.
How's
It
it
was
going
a
over
bare hook.
I'm popping it in the 5-gallon bucket.
Here's another one.
And I look at him, he almost falls in the pond.
Oh, that's when we first got there. I'm trying to set up the damn chair, set the chair in. It falls over, and I follow it. Almost fell in the pond. I could have caught more fish that way than I did with the damn line.
So the whole time we're out there, the chair I gave him
Sat where it landed.
like doubled up close to the pond.
Close.
Because he is scared to get up there
No,
next to
no,
it.
because I didn't
because
give a
he may
shit.
fall in.
I didn't give a shit because it was still dry.
So
It could sit
literally-
right there.
All right, so this is a bluegill hole.
Oh
Would
my
you agree?
God. Oh my God.
Oh my
Chock
goodness,
full.
they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And probably every other one I caught, maybe every third that I caught was a keeper.
I would say every other. I mean,
If we're going to try to keep up a
Decent,
menace,
yeah.
right? And probably about the size of my hand,
Absolutely.
really good, really fought. And I've got my little tackle, and and at one point I looked at him, I hooked one. I'm like, hey, Root, this is what it looks like to catch a
oh,
fish.
fuck you. That's about what I said, too. Yeah. I kind of turned to him and said, oh, fuck you.
And I'm sure while he's doing that, he's really not paying that much attention to what's going on. He's just like, hey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's looking me dead in the eyes. He's bringing this thing in.
Got a fish on. I got, here
Yeah.
he comes.
Do you know why Lloyd said that? Is he has been there.
He's been there.
I have been in your shoes.
Yeah.
So this is the cool part of the whole story, is and we'll finish it later. But I told my dad that the next day.
Oh, my God.
My dad, 93-year-old, he taught me how to fish.
Yeah.
He goes, you did to him what you've done to everyone.
Yes.
He said,
Yes.
did you ever throw a pole out? He asked me this. With a bobber and a sinker and a hook right next to his. And you caught the fucking fish.
You son of a bitch. Yes, you did.
Yes.
And I'm like, whoops.
Yes. I'm getting a nibble. I'm getting a nibble. Here comes James. Whoop. Oh, I got it.
Well, and to make matters worse, I followed it back. At that point, I had switched poles, right? I had switched poles, changed all the tackle, and plopped it about, 18 inches. 18 inches beside his, and we sit there for 30 seconds. Same bait. 18 inches apart, and then his bobber goes down, he pulls in a damn fish. I damn near walked home.
You know, the worst part is when he's catching fish and you snag or something and break your line, and you're spending 15 minutes rigging it all up. He's just,
Yeah. Son of a bitch, he's a fucking fish whisperer.
You're over there sweating, trying to get the. I got to put everything back on this. And the whole time he's just whoop. Looks kind of fun over there putting your hook on. Make sure you tie that hook on good. Don't forget the bobber.
Yeah.
I got a bobber over there in the left-hand side of my tackle box.
Yeah, no, it's right over there. Sorry.
I'm busy pulling fish in.
I have been in your shoes.
Oh, brother. Yeah. And my only frustration in this is only frustration in
Honestly,
this.
you know what? Tip the cap. Root handled this better than you, Lloyd.
Probably true.
But
That's
not
probably
quite
true.
as good as what Mike does. Because Mike doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
All right, so I took Mike to the same pond. And that was the first time. So we went to the little pond, and we're like catching really little bluegill. I mean, really, really small, big bluegill. And we said, let's go down to the big pond. Mike cannot fish. He is horrible. He is horrible. He is the worst fisherman I've ever seen. He goes down, and oddly enough, I don't know what I was doing. He was the first one in the water, which I'm always the first one in the water. And I look, and he's caught something on the really small gear. He's caught something. He's hooked on. And all of a sudden, that sumbitch jumps out of the water. I'm like, Mike, play it, brother, play it. And he catches him about a 10-inch largemouth.
Wow.
And that sumbitch came out nice.
Wow.
And you know how a largemouth will pop out of the water trying to pull that lure? And this is a great thing about Mike. I took a picture of him.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck it, I'm done.
What?
I'm out.
He's dropping the mic.
He got himself a beer. He got himself a cigar. And he sat there and watched me the rest of the day. Because he's out.
Oh, my God.
You know,
Where's this boy from?
He is from Bourbon County.
Oh, so they don't know what fishing's like.
No. Trust me. Don't play Mike.
Oh, Stoner River. Stoner Creek. Come on.
Oh.
Come on.
There is a video of James and I on YouTube fishing at Reelfoot Lake.
Oh, I need that link.
And I am in the front of the boat.
You're on a boat?
And I have a cat. He knows.
Okay, Lloyd, collect yourself, son. You're beginning to sound like a drag queen. Come on now.
I had a little
Grab your stones.
I had a little catfish hooked.
Oh, he's done lost it. It's over. It's over. He can't even. I'm going to have to do CPR on this boy.
I've got a little catfish hooked.
Words, full words. Lloyd, full words.
I'm not going to tell it.
You know.
I'm not going to.
James ain't helping.
I got a
James
little
ain't helping.
catfish hooked, and we get it to the top, and I can see it up by the boat, and it gets off, and I get hung up in the rigging of the boat.
How the fuck you get hung up? What are you, sailing an
I got
18th
up
century
like
ship?
like the rope of the anchor rope. And James goes, "Oh, you got a little catfish on?" And then he goes, "Oh, he got off."
Oh, that's tragic. That is just tragic. That sounds about like every fisherman's tale I've ever heard.
No, we got video of it.
Oh, boys, you're going to have to send me that video so I can incorporate it.
So we're fishing, and finally...
It doesn't sound like you're fishing. It sounds like you're wrestling, according to Lloyd.
Root gets the right tackle
Ah, yes.
for the right situation.
And I start pulling fish out.
So it's an open face. I call it open face.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a bird nest maker, man.
So I look over there.
There's a bird nest already in there. I was just waiting for it to come out.
Root has got a bunch of line. It is literally 3 times the size of the spool.
It was
I'm
a fucking eagle's nest.
I'm like, Root,
You fucking made this.
you want me to help you with that?
No, I got it.
And I'm like, I cut that off, and
Yeah.
So, so the whole time he is trying to get that taken care of. I'm fishing.
Took
the same
about
way
2.5 hours.
I have been, right? And then I hooked
Pulling
something.
fish out.
I hooked something.
Oh my God! This was when shit get real.
Now again, it's a 5-pound test in a very small tackle rod and reel.
And the only thing we pulled out of there
Was bluegill.
That's the only thing we pulled out of this pond.
So I hook it, and I'm like, oh. I said, Root, this here's a good one. What? And he saw how my pole was.
How was hooked
down,
over.
He goes, oh, shit. Same way you did, Lloyd, with the dogfish.
Yeah, the dogfish, the big dogfish. Yep.
We'll say about that later. But I'm like pulling, and I'm like, I've only got a 5-pound test.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not going to work out real well for me. And I'm pulling, I'm trying to play it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to land this one.
And I laid down my gear, went over there to try and pull this shit out.
And you know what, Root, to his credit, he's trying to pull that fish out. We see that sumbitch comes up to the surface. Root?
that dude was 3-4 foot long, easily 8 inches in diameter. This was one of the biggest carp I'd ever found in a farm
Big old
pond.
grass carp
Oh,
coming
wow.
up out
Okay.
there. And I'm like, I got no chance. That sumbitch looked at me and just like
Yeah, he was
popped that
done.
snap.
He was done.
Yeah, he did. And I'm like, I'm all right with that. I mean, at least we saw it.
Yeah,
right?
we did.
And so I rig up my tackle again, and Root's over there just trying to catch a bluegill.
So at that point, I was just trying to bait a fucking hook.
At the end of the day,
Yeah,
what do you think?
I had a ball, man.
All right, it was amazing.
That's what's important.
But at the end of the day, I probably caught, 40?
No, if you had caught 40, we'd have walked out of there.
Not
40
keepers. Not keepers. No.
Yeah, 40. Yeah,
40 total.
40 total, not counting my quarter-sized fish that.
And you caught how many? 10?
I lost count, to be honest.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. Because most of my
adorable.
time was trying to find a pole I could work with.
It's all a technicality.
Honestly, he was a cane pole away from being an avid fisherman.
I told you at the time, the last time that I had been fishing was with a honest-to-goodness cane pole that I cut off the riverbank on Green River and tied a fucking piece of thread to, fashioned my own hook, and went fishing that way. That was the last time I went fishing. That was probably 10, 15 years ago.
Maybe you should try that again because you did not do well with what I had to offer.
No, you did no. Well, and until I changed to that open face reel,
And you figured out, all right, at
and
one point,
I figured out a way to make it
at
work.
one point he
Right.
casted it, and it was like 2 feet in front of him.
Yeah.
And then the next time it was like 27 feet, and he had no idea how to reel it in. I'm
Brother.
like, oh, this is fun.
Oh no.
This is really fun.
Next time we go down there, I'm going to have my own gear, and it'll be set up proper, and we'll just see who can reel them in.
All right, Lloyd.
Yes.
Please advise Root. You have fished with me how many years?
Oh, gosh, 20 years probably.
Advise him.
Of what? Having his own gear?
No, just in general.
Success
Well, just-
rate.
Yeah. You know, James relishes beating everyone at fishing. So
No,
I think
I
James
relish
relishes
beating everybody at everything.
Everything.
yeah, everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, you just got to smile and keep on fishing. I mean, honestly.
Once I get my own gear, once I feel my own gear, we'll see.
But probably much like when he loses at NBA basketball games on the Xbox, probably if you were to beat him at fishing, it would really bother him.
Well, but for gaming, for computer gaming stuff, he's going to have to grow up and actually get a real gaming system
All
like a
right,
PC.
so without that being
because he
spoken
doesn't want to
ever-
go there
No,
because he couldn't compete on the PC level.
because-
The master race.
Because I have sex with women.
He had to restate that twice.
With somebody not named me.
I don't know. You were talking in previous podcast about being outside naked or something. I think so.
I have been,
I have been.
and I will be.
Yes.
Maybe later, but
Not with me here.
but this is the great thing, is that we went out and did that,
Yeah.
and it was an amazing night,
Yeah, it was. It was.
and we had fun.
I met two great guys. You met one great guy.
Great,
David's buddy.
right. So I mean, that's the thing about what we do.
And
Whether it's this podcast,
right.
or whether it's fishing, or whether
Right.
whatever it is, we get together and make something that is something we can't find otherwise. Right?
That's true. That's
It
true.
is. But that's why Lloyd drives up.
Yeah, thank
2
you,
hours?
Lloyd, man.
Yeah.
2-hour drive from God's own South Central Kentucky. Man.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a drive.
And Root comes over, and that's why we do this. It's about making moments.
Yeah,
Right.
And I don't want to sound like I'm a
but you
pussy.
are. Yeah, but you are.
But no, honestly, I mean, because there are people in your life that won't cross the street to be with you.
That's fact.
Yep.
And there are people that will drive hours
Yeah.
to do something fun.
Right,
Right?
right. And folks, if you get nothing from any of the bullshit that we talk about on this, reach out to your people, man.
Yeah, I
If-
mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you have not stayed in touch with somebody that you wish you would, do it.
Yeah, just give them a call.
The ability to do that now is more prevalent than ever before.
Ever before.
Right.
If you don't keep in touch with somebody, it's your own fucking fault.
Damn right. And sometimes there's a reason for that.
Sure.
But when there isn't a reason for that, fucking take them fishing. One of the best things you can say when you're fishing is shut the fuck up. If you've heard too much from somebody, just shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
You're interrupting the fishing.
So tomorrow night, Mike and I had said we were going to go to the pond.
Right.
And it's going to be raining because it's rained the last 57 days.
Right.
And I said, how about just come and have a bourbon on the front porch? He goes, yeah, I'll be there.
Oh.
So that's what we do. Mm-hmm. Make time for somebody that matters.
Amen.
So,
amen.
What do you think about that, Alex?